as President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with Prime Minister Mustafa Madbouli, Ministers of Finance, Industry and Trade, as well as the head of the Armed Forces Engineering Authority. Presidential spokesman Bassam Radi said that President al-Sisi gave his directives to finalize the industrial complexes currently under construction, as well as to prepare the studies to establish the additional complexes with the aim of producing industrial supplies, meeting the needs of the local markets, achieving self-sufficiency and supporting the national economy. During the meeting, Minister of Industry and Trade Naveen Gama reviewed the stepped-up efforts in coordination with the other ministries and concerned bodies for enhancing the country's industrial sector and removing all the obstacles facing the country's plan to expand the establishment of the industrial complexes. Also on Thursday, President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with the commander of the Naval Forces, Vice Admiral Ahmed Tawfiq, head of the Armed Forces Engineering Authority, General Ihab al-Far, and the number of high-ranking military officials. Presidential spokesman Bassam Radi said that during the meeting, the head of state was briefed on the achievements regarding the mega projects to develop and protect the country's northern coast beaches, namely the Mediterranean beaches. The President gave directives to continue implementing projects related to the coastal beaches protection nationwide, in line with the most advanced environmental and engineering standards. The head of state also instructed preparing accurate studies to avoid the erosion phenomenon to protect facilities and investments along the coastal line. Within the framework of the Ministry of Interior's efforts to foil the Brotherhood terrorist organization's planning to destabilize the nation and undermine its security, the national security sector foiled a plot aimed at reviving the organization's activities through finding new financial resources. According to a ministry statement, terrorist Yahya Mahran Uthman Kamaluddin was leading the plot, being one of the main aides of the detained terrorist leader Safwan Thabit. The statement said that Thabit had assigned Kamaluddin to use his companies for transferring the terrorist organization's funds and using the revenues of such money in terrorist activities, and for the sake of the Brotherhood, whose economic entities are facing legal seizures procedures. According to the statement, Mahran, who was arrested by the security forces, had used a flat in Hada'iq al-Ahram to hide the money. The security forces confiscated $8,400,000 in a secret room in the flat, in addition to the other currencies as well as a number of weapons and ammunition. The Ministry of Interior, in a statement, confirmed that it would continue the efforts to safeguard the nation's capabilities and potentials and foil all the terrorist plots aimed at destabilizing the country. Legal procedures have been taken and the state security prosecution is running investigations. During her current visit to Germany, Minister of Health, Dr. Hala Zayed, held a meeting with the members of Mercedes-Benz board in Stuttgart to discuss means of boosting cooperation in the health sector. During the meeting, which was attended by the Presidential Advisor for the Health Affairs, Dr. Muhammad Awad Taguddin, an agreement was reached to buy 2,510 ambulances and mobile medical clinics at a cost of £3 billion. The new ambulances and mobile medical clinics are to be used in serving citizens under the national project to develop the Egyptian countryside as part of the presidential initiative A Decent Life. The new vehicles will use environment-friendly motors, making Egypt the second country after Germany to use this kind of ambulances. Minister Zayed stressed the significance of the strategic partnership between Egypt and Mercedes-Benz. Egypt's stock market indices continued the gains. The main EGX 30 index soared 1.2%. The smaller medium EGX 70 index added 0.84%. The more expanded EGX 100 index increased 1.09%. The overall transactions and dealings within the session reached £1.7 billion.